Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to do a drill with me, and it's Jen. Oh, my goodness. Um, I was recording videos, and I've had to stop and delete them because I was recording twice, and the first time the camera just stopped, or my laptop just stopped, and then the second time I was 20 minutes into the video and Justin comes out and says, Mom. So, and then of course, while I was recording this last video, um, somebody knocked on the door twice. So I said, you know what? I want to do this all in just one take and just not even worry about uh, interruptions. And it's hard to do because um, with kids and it's just hard sometimes. So I had to get everybody situated. It's still early in the morning, but Justin's already up and he's gone. He's gone with friends somewhere. So I had to go get that straight. And then I had to go out there just to a little dude. And yeah, so I said, well, you know what? We're going to redo this video. So, and I don't usually do a drill with me until Friday. But this was kind of little dude's idea. He wanted to know why I hadn't done, or if I was going to record a video today. And I was, at first I was like, well, I wasn't planning on it, but he was like, well, I want to watch uh, YouTube out there, and I have a 55-inch out in the living room, so he wanted to go out there and watch YouTube on that because for some ungodly reason, my this TV back here is not big enough for him. So go figure, right? So anyway, so we're diamond painting and we're chatting, and I am on the next two sections of my Egyptian Queen of the Leopards. I'm almost done. I only have 4 more sections to go. So yeah, I am now on her dress. This is the majority of the dress, but yeah, I'm working on her dress. So we're going to just chat and go from there. So, um, but yeah, it's been one of those days, guys. I mean, it's been a pretty good week, but today it's nothing that's gone wrong. It's just like I get interrupted. I don't know why. And I guess because same thing happens when I'm on the phone. They like to come in here, or they like to come out and talk to me right then and there. They can't wait. And that was my problem this morning. Now, Justin, he hardly ever comes out. So him coming out this morning at 8:30 in the morning, because he doesn't get up until 10, 11 o'clock sometimes. And he came out this morning and he's like, Mom, I said, what? He says, Mallory's on her way here. And I'm like, why? Now, Mallory is one of his friends from school. No, it's not his girlfriend. She's like one of his really, good friends. And they hang out together every now and then. And lately, they haven't really done that because of Corona, and they just haven't, hung out. And he I'm recording away, and he comes in and he's like, I said, well, I'm recording. I was all loud about it on the video. And he says, well, Mallory's coming. Okay. For what? Well, she's going to pick me up. And I was like, this early in the morning? He's like, well, it was her birthday, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, first of all, what the heck are you going to do at 8:30 in the morning? I don't know. I don't ask. And now that he's 18, I don't really make a big deal about it. But he knows that I do expect him to come home at a decent time and so forth. My only issue with today was him leaving was you've probably all heard about, heard me talk about him, his little friend Del Tario, and I don't like this dude, this boy at all whatsoever. But because he's very disrespectful, um, has been to me anyway. Um, he when he left, he didn't tell me that he was picking that Del Tario was picking him up. Didn't say a word. I didn't know that he was picking him up. Well, little dude came back here as I was getting ready to hit the record again. He says, "Mom, Del Tario picked him up." I was like, "What?" So I called Justin on the phone and I was like, "Dude, why didn't you tell me Del Tario was picking you up? I thought you were going with Mallory." I am. So I'm kind of hoping that he's just not telling me that he's gone with Mallory so that he can hang out with Del Tario. Because, but, I can't really say anything because, again, he's 18. But he does know that he does know to keep in touch with me and so forth and let me know when he's coming home. So I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just don't want him to. Yeah, I don't know. I know I need to let him fly and let him do his own thing. But it's hard, especially with him, because I've had so many issues and concerns with him and this boy. I just it makes me nervous, but I can't do anything about it. It's not, I gotta let him make his own mistakes. So he's gone for the day, I guess, and so it's just me and Miranda and Sky, and we're here. And we're just, kind of gonna do whatever. And of course, Skylar wanted me to record this video, which I had a feeling, when he asked me if I was recording the video today, I kind of had a feeling that he wanted to go out there. So I should have known this, right? Because he does like to go out there every once in a while, especially when I'm recording, and likes to go out there and watch uh, TV. So that's what he's doing. And then when I'm done, um, he'll come back here. Excuse me. So and then I'll go out there and do my thing. And I wasn't, like I said, and I mean, of course, I wasn't planning to do a video today. I didn't have a video planned for today. I even looked on my planner. Like, you guys saw how I did my planner yesterday. And I looked, and I was like, I don't have a video planned for today. And he was like, so just do your drill with me early. So that's what I'm doing. So it's early. Whoops. It's early. So here we are. So, oh goodness. So I hope everyone's having a good week. We are so far. Just, um, trying to stay inside because lately it's been hotter than I don't know what outside. And look, I didn't know it was that hot until little dude and I went to the store the other day. And my God, it was awful. We came back and I was like, holy crap. And I didn't know it was that bad. So we're not going out for a while. And of course, with the neighborhood getting bad again, and I'm not going into that because it's drama, and I just don't I just don't I don't want to go there. I do, but I don't. If that makes any sense. So we're not really going outside. And I think part of it is a lot of people, because they've been stuck inside, now they want to, show their little selves and act like little idiots and do whatever it is they want to do. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking about all over the country. I'm talking about out here in the complex. We got some really dumb ones out here. I'm telling you. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it because I just don't. I don't know. It's just, craziness. And I'm just not gonna. And usually this time of the year, I have, I take Sky outside, and it's getting to a point that I'm scared to do that. And I just, and it's hard because, now that he can't, I'm not letting him outside. It's hard because he doesn't, he's getting bored. And of course, he doesn't have his Xbox. He's got a Nintendo Switch, but those games, he doesn't, because I don't have the money to buy him games out the butt. He's having to deal with games that he's already played, or that, he's been playing for free, and it's frustrating. But next week, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, his father is coming by to take him to get him a new Xbox. So we're kind of, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he does it, because I know how he is. He'll forget things, and I have to bug the crap out of him. So I'm kind of hoping that, he remembers, because he called me yesterday and told me that. And I was like, well, just please don't forget. I said, because, he doesn't have the Xbox. And I don't want, you to say, okay, I'm coming. And then, you don't show up. And then, of course, Skylar gets disappointed, and then I have an issue. And he says, well, I'm on vacation next week, so I will, I'll be by. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that, he's going to get his Xbox next week. We'll see. He really wants his Xbox back, because he wants to get on and play with his friends and play, his games. I mean, there's only so many friends that I let him play with. So we'll see. He's been driving me nuts. And he's been playing a lot of games on his tablet, or my tablet actually. And there's a lot of games that he plays on my tablet that he doesn't, I guess he gets bored with too. Excuse me, bored with too quickly. And he's been reading, but again, he's getting bored with that too. So hopefully I can take him to the beach next week. We'll see. I'm praying. Um he uh he wants to go. And I had planned to go this past Saturday, but we didn't get to go because um my best friend had things planned, and of course, well, she didn't have anything planned, sorry. Her um ex-husband who she shares, who she's a room, they're roommates basically. And well, he wanted to do something with them. Why, I don't know. I mean, I'm not even gonna go there because he and I don't like each other, and I've got all these little hairs, and I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know, understand this little freaking hair. And of course, then I got an eyelash. I'm telling you. Um, hold on. This one doesn't want to come off the canvas. There we go. Mm. So she messaged me and told me, and I was like, okay, fine. So this, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna get up with her today and find out because she wanted to go. So of course now with Corona cases rising again, I don't know. Now I don't know if they're rising here in Maryland. I haven't really looked. I have and I haven't. I've been kind of, I don't know, paying attention but not paying attention, if that makes any freaking sense whatsoever. But I'm not even sure. So we'll find out. But if things are all good and everything, then yeah, we'll go. But um, we'll see. So, but other than that, I'm just trying to keep everybody occupied, which is kind of hard to do. Miranda, I don't have a problem with. I mean, because she's got her own life and her own thing that she does, and Justin, he stays back in the room and minds his own business and doesn't come out unless he really unless he needs to talk to me about something or want something, which is usually 90% of the time. But yeah, that's basically you know okay, really. It's early in the morning, guys. Bear with me. Um, so it's we'll see. Um, and of course that didn't make any sense either. But yeah, so we'll see. I haven't decided. I'm gonna find out what day is good for her, and hopefully he won't have anything that he wants to do with them. And it seems to me that every time I say that or that she wants to make plans with me, he then decides, oh well, I was gonna we made these plans, did you forget? And it's like, so she feels like she has to I she feels like she has to to basically um do whatever he has planned, if that makes any sense. And so I I don't know. She's, she's not good with confrontation, and she's not good for like putting her foot down. She does sometimes, but it really has to, it really has to be at a time when she's really, frustrated, ticked off to the point that she's going to snap. And she's like me in that way. But, so I don't know. We'll see. That's the only time that I really, try to get them to go outside. Justin doesn't go outside anymore. He used to. He used to want to go out to the basketball court out here and, play. But lately, because of the idiots that we have living here that want to be idiots and so forth. It's gotten bad. I'll put it to you that way. And if I could go somewhere, if I could move and find a place that I could afford on what income I get for Sky, I would. But that's decent, I would. But nowadays, it's hard to do. So, but yeah, that's our little excitement for this week. Basically. Um, let's see what else. I've been stitching like crazy. I'm in a stitch along with a couple friends, and we are stitching on a project. And so we're doing stitching. We're stitching like crazy. She, I feel bad because I stitch more than she does, and I told her yesterday. I said, well, because she made the statement that she's got to step it up, and then I told her, I said, well, I said, I just feel bad because after I do chores and record videos and do what I need to do in the morning, after lunch, I sit and that's it. I don't get up again until dinner time to make dinner. So and then after that, I sit and stitch after dinner and after I do the dishes or whatever. And I told her, I said, and it makes me feel bad because I'm home all day long and, you know, I'm stitching or diamond painting or whatever. And I've gotten a lot of flack for it. I've, let me tell you, I'm a stitcher. I've been stitching for 32 years. And I have always tried to be supportive of people. And I've had a couple over the years, a couple stitchers that have put me down because I'm a stay-at-home mom or I'm a single mom and that all I do in my spare time after taking care of my kids and doing what I need to do, and that's all I do is stitch. And now it's even more so because, oh yeah, you're home all day long. You stitch all day long. You sit on your, excuse my language, ass all day long. No, I don't. And I stopped posting in a lot of groups for a while because of that. And it does something to your self-esteem. And but lately, um, I just got to the point I just don't care anymore because you know what? Oh well, excuse me. But so I told her yesterday that I kind of felt bad because, you know, I'm stitching, I don't know, from like 1 o'clock in the afternoon until um 9, 10 o'clock at night. And, I feel bad because, she's not getting very far along, but, and she's retired and she's home also. So I kind of felt bad. So, and she told me not to. So, but, it bothers me sometimes. So, yeah. Um, so that's, what I've been doing on the stitching front. It's just, and then I've been trying to set up tutorials because I have a couple subscribers that, and I appreciate them reminding me, trust me, that have reminded me that of a couple of tutorials that, they wanted me to do. And I I haven't forgotten. I'm just trying to plan out when to put it in my schedule because um seems like every time I add an extra video to, or to the thing, it throws me all out of it. Just it gets me all discombobulated, and it's crazy. It really is. So I'm getting there, guys, so just bear with me because I know I promised, the video, and I'll get to it, I promise. So um hmm let's see. I feel like I've forgotten what I was gonna say. Oh, Skylar has been really, really getting into um science, weather, I guess. He has driven me so bonkers. Um, Example, he was playing a game out in the living room on the iPad, and he oh, and I'm not. No, I don't know what the game was. To be truthful, I can't remember what the game was. Um, but it had something to do with tornadoes. That's all I can remember. But anyway, uh, so he comes in. He's sitting there and he's looking at me and he says, "Mom, yeah, what does an F1 tornado do?" What? Um, why? And he says, that's what happened to me in the game. What are you talking about? And he says, my character got killed by an F5 tornado. Okay. Now, mind you, he's already learned about tornadoes a couple years ago. He did this on his own. So I was like, well, okay. And he said, well, what are the different tornadoes? And I said, what do you mean? And he says, well, this one was an F5. And I said, well, you have an F1 that's not really, that bad, but it's bad. And then F2, F3, F4, and then F5. He says, well, what do they mean? And I said, well, why don't you Google it? You know what to do. And well, he's so interested, and it's kind of funny, and it at first it was annoying, but now it's kind of, it makes me feel proud that he wants to know about these things. And so he because he likes, to keep an eye on the weather. I mean, that boy has the weather channel app up every couple hours, and he comes out and gives me a play by play of what the weather's going to be at such and such a time, and if it's going to rain or what it's going to do. And so he's really, really into that. And I noticed too when we were over the past couple months, he really likes science. So I think that's kind of neat, and I was kind of shocked because I thought for sure it was going to be reading because he used to like reading a lot. But now it's more science than anything. So, I think that's cool. But he hasn't asked me to do any kind of science projects, which I'm sorry, but I'm not the one. So I've already told him, no, don't ask me. because it's not going to happen. I mean, he used to be really big into reading. So I don't know what happened to that. I think when he tried to read this novel that they had to read for school over the digital distance learning situation, he couldn't get into it. It was like he just, I don't know. He just couldn't get into this book. And it didn't matter if I read it, because I even offered to read it to him. And we tried. And he just, he couldn't do it. I don't know why, but he just kind of looked at me like, no. And I said, okay, not a problem. So I don't know. I'm, I have no clue. So it's been interesting to watch him, decide what he like, watch him get into the stuff that he likes to do. And he, and it's kind of funny. So, and I think it's cool, but besides the gaming, I think it's kind of not nice that he, wants to try something else, and which is, helpful. So, let's see what else. Hmm, there's really not anything else that's exciting, guys, that's going on. Oh, before I forget, I'm going to be moving. I know I said I was going to do this, but it's been put off and put off and put off. So, this weekend I will be doing my live out in the living room or in the dining room, because um back here our internet is kind of funky, and it's hard to I feel bad. I feel like I'm sitting on pins and needles every time I go live, because I don't know if it's going to kick me off. So I'm going to try putting everything back out there and see what happens. I came back here into my room because the simple fact it was quieter to record, and I didn't have to worry about a lot of background noise. And well, that kind of didn't happen. So that will be happening Sunday. I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. If it doesn't, I'll be right. Um, but yeah, it was. Seems like every time I turn around and I think I'm gonna like it in one spot, um, I decide to do something else. And I think the reason why I decided to change back here, two reasons actually, is his Skylar doesn't like Skylar's game system is back here, and he comes back here in my room because Justin, I don't have room in their room for uh two TVs and two game systems. So his game system sits in here, and when his Xbox comes, it'll sit in here too. But um, this is where he plays his games and so forth. And he just doesn't like it when I come to record a video and he has to make a sacrifice of, moving out in the living room to do whatever. So we're going to try it out there again and see what happens. Not that I mind, but the reason I had moved back here is because I had so much background noise from them and from people out in the hallway. So we're going to try and see what happens, because it's now quieter up here. on my floor than it has been. So we'll see. Um, so I'm just, like I said, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I don't like getting kicked off the internet when I'm doing a live. And I'm going to try StreamYard. Um, I had StreamYard at one point, and I was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I've never, I'm going to have to try it and see what happens. But anyway, um, well, that's it, guys, for me for this week. And now I'm going to go and do mommy stuff and life. And so, but thank you for watching, and thank you for sitting here with me while I, ramble and run off with the mouth. And yeah. So, I hope everyone has a good week and a great weekend, and I will see you all on next time, and I'll see you on Sunday.